Shout out to Staten Island.
Yeah,
Yes.
shout out to Staten Island.
And then from there I started doing pop-ups in Brooklyn. Before that though, me and a bunch of local chefs that we in Staten Island, we were crazy enough to believe in ourselves to make a food festival.
It's crazy.
We made
That's amazing.
I wish I have some pictures. I actually do somewhere in my archives, but it was like insane. It was like four local
You know,
chefs.
that was like 5 years ago, right? Then like it's 4 or 5, going on 5 years. Like that's a good time to kind of put that in a story somewhere and explain how you got to this point, that 5-year plan. Because some people always talk about what's your 5-year plan. I'm like, your 5 years go by fast. Like you better start something before you start trying to plan it out and think about what you want to do. It's like just start doing something. That
Right.
5 years is gonna catch up to you, and you can afford to fail within trying to do it instead of thinking about it for 5 years or planning it with my
Yeah.
fingers up. But that's dope. So all right, so you hooked up with those you made you created a network, and now, like I said, that's 5 years later. Are you still in contact with some of the people some of the chefs that you came over to? Are y'all still doing like your own pop-ups together, or is everybody for self now?
Everyone kind of is doing their own thing, which is like no shade to that. We still friends at the end of the day. I still support them. But right now I'm just focusing on branching out, branding again. This year, I didn't even tell you,
Right.
year in April.
I saved it all for the interview. I didn't question you. I didn't ask too much questions behind the scenes. I said I'm gonna wait for her
That's
to come.
good. That was smart. That
Yeah.
was smart. So this year in April, right after, shout out to Styles P, right after I cooked for Styles P and Country Wayne. Because that was like the highlight in the beginning of my year. Like I was having the
What is it?
best
Oh, well,
year,
go ahead. I got more
right?
questions, but
And
go ahead.
then in April, I have this freak accident.
Right.
I was roller skating and I pretty much broke my wrist in 2 different places. I didn't get my surgery until a month later.
Right.
So obviously I was,
Both your wrists.
no, just my left wrist.
Oh, okay.
My left wrist, but in 2 different places. So
Okay.
I was completely out of
Right.
commission. I couldn't work. I couldn't cook. I couldn't even do my own hair. Thank God for my man. I love him to death. He was there every single day, helping me.
He was doing your hair too?
Yeah.
Look at
Could
that.
you believe that?
Look at that.
He got a.
You just use a ponytail or braids, or did he get fancy with it? Cornrows?
The
Nah.
fact that he was there every single day was such a blessing.
Right.
Like,
Nah.
you have no idea.
Yeah, and you gotta appreciate the people that's there for you, especially in moments like that, because that's when you can see like where everybody is. You know what I
And
mean?
you know what? Like, I grew up listening to Destiny Child and all them, and they were like, gotta be an independent woman, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
So
they
for
they
such a-
steered y'all down that route too. Let's talk a little bit about that, because I like to talk about toxic songs, toxic. What I called it.
Influencers?
Everybody loved. What's that? I did a post about it. But anyway, toxic songs that we used to listen to back in the days. That music is music, and it gets you going. You start singing the song, and then I'm a single girl. I'm a '90s girl. Don't need a man for nothing. And you start singing all that and chanting it, and then living it, and then you realize that that's not how I feel. I just was singing a song. But yeah, the way the world is right now, I'm happy that you recognize that you had a real one with you, and you got back to your senses, because it's crazy out here. Right?
You know what it is? For such a long time, I was so used to doing everything for myself, every single thing, that I never gave the opportunity for anybody else to step up and help me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the one moment that I was like, I had no choice. I had no
Right.
choice. I couldn't do anything for myself. So it finally gave him the opportunity to step up in ways that I didn't even know he could,
Right.
because I never gave him the chance.
Right. So that's a bar for y'all out there, to make sure that you give people a chance. I like that too, because especially as being an entrepreneur, you try to do everything, and then you don't get it. The people around you don't get a chance to grow and learn. And I'm happy, as of like this year, I've been talking to a lot of people that I helped come up in this media game, and they've been giving me my flowers of saying how I helped inspire them. But the bigger lesson that I learned was even with my interns, like Jay, she did a testimony the other day after week 1, and she expressed how she learned so much in 1 week. She never learned a skill that fast, and she said that my way of teaching, is effective. So again, I could be the one that like I got to do everything, but I'm like, my son is here now. I got other businesses and things I got to tend to. So they're here, right? You're here for a reason. So same thing like your man. Like we're in a partnership. Like, if I need you, you need me. You need me, I need you. It should work out like that. So I applaud that. So now, after how long did that take for it to heal? That was just April. So
yeah, I just had the surgery on May 22nd.
So everything is still pretty.
So
fresh.
everything's pretty fresh, but God is so good. Oof, when I tell you God is so good. I've been cooking since July. Yeah.
Did you feel like anxious, like you wanted to get back in the kitchen, or was you instructed? Was you like instructed your man how to cook? He was stirring everything. You said, "Put a little more salt in there. Put a little more salt in there." You had one hand, so you could have did something.
I was doing something.
Hold this pot. Like hold this pot. Like put this in the oven. 45 minutes. Take it out. You know what I mean? Because the business gotta go. Like.
Yeah.
Or did you hire?
Actually, it was postponed for a little while.
Did it?
Yeah, I had no choice, but it was just like, I gotta eat. My son gotta eat. We
Right.
gotta eat.
Right.
So we was eating. Thank God for teamwork.
All right. So obviously this is the new location. This is my first network being back as running it as a network. I had a space in Brooklyn, the one you came to, from 2021 until now. I'm still there, but now this is the space that I got in November, and I'm very thankful for it because it allows me to get back to where I was before 2019. Because 2019, I was building a new studio, which would have been my biggest, well, not would have been because I built it, my biggest studio from 2018 to 2000 and the end of 19. I spent all of this money building a 2,000 square foot space. It had 4 rooms in it. Plus I had somebody that had a beauty salon in the back. Like we was lit in the Bronx. We was super lit. It was in the up and coming part of the Bronx now. They got all the buildings on 135 Port Morris in the downtown part of the Bronx. And did all that. The rent was like $3,500 a month. And so I thought I was big time, like, oh, I could handle it. I did 500, I did 1,500. I jumped from 1,500 to 3,500, like, yeah, I got it, because I'm in my 20th year. I should be able to handle it. And that whole experience kicked my ass, really, like, but it taught me too that I've made some cool friends and some new relationships along the way that helped out, pitched in, lent money, did all this just to see my vision happen. And then what happened after that? The pandemic happened. So, but what I learned, and I'll ask you, like, your resilience to do, like, is it anything that can stop you from doing what you're doing now? Like, at this point, you lost your job lost you. You didn't lose your job, or your career. And then, you started something, then you broke your arm, now you're back to it. So do you feel like you're like unstoppable now? Like, do you feel like you passed that phase where your passion is like your purpose now?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, 100%. I really wholeheartedly believe like the moment you quit is the moment you lose.
Right.
So we're not quitting.
Why would you? You're already. So, all right, give me the rundown of the celebrity. Cause I called you a celebrity chef, and I didn't care if you call yourself that. I figure like I see you with French Montana. I see you with my man, the social media dude in the kitchen. What's his name?
Oh, Randy. Shout out to Randy.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you moving around. You did the Styles P thing. So, how many celebs? And we don't have to name drop all of them, but just the most noticeable ones that you enjoyed, and then yeah, I guess what was the most fun that you had?
Well, I could tell you the first celebrity I cooked for, which was all due to Clubhouse. Once again, it was Clubhouse connecting the dots for me. I got to cook for Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, and his wifey when she was pregnant for the first time.
They was in Jersey?
I don't know where they was at. No.
So where was he playing before? He came Boston, Jersey. He was somewhere
in America.
Yeah. somewhere in America.
So yeah, I cooked for them the first time, and it was like, when I tell you, I was at the gym when I got the phone call. I'm at the gym, not ready at all.
How'd that happen though?
Like it was so random. When I tell you, I was at the gym. I get this call, and they're like, "Yo, you want to cook for Kyrie Irving today?" I was like, duh. So I dropped every single thing that I was doing. I run to the grocery store. I had no idea because typically when I cook for someone, I like to ask, do you have any, dietary restrictions? Do you have any allergies? Do you have, I like to make it where it's like you're going to enjoy every single bite, every single plate, because I aim to please. I don't just do what I want to do. I do what you want to eat and what you want to do, you know? And it's your money. I respect it. So that day I kind of felt like I walked in blindly, but they definitely loved the food because they called me back for the second time after they had the baby. And it's something about feeding a pregnant woman that gives me this ultimate like rush that I just love knowing that your unborn child was really loving my food. Like it's just crazy. A thing. So it's definitely one of my highlights. And recently Styles P, oh my God, what a legend, what an honor.
And he's a vegan too?
He's a vegan too. He's very much in the community.
And did he allow you to kind of pick what you wanted to cook, or he gave you a menu?
I was talking to his assistant, and he pretty much told me what he was into, and he has this Pharmacy for Life. Have you heard of that? Yeah, so he's very much into holistic healing and organic foods and stuff like that. So I made my chickpea curry and he loved it. And I made a bunch of other sides, but that was like the main thing.
Right. All right, so when it comes to healthy eating, because I had about, I guess, from April of last year to about August, where I was on this. At least I did no meat for those whole like 4 or 5 months, because I was dating a vegan, and so I just try to be respectful. It's not that she told me to, but I just felt like I wanted to not do. I don't even want to have the conversation like or whatever. I still was eating some fish because I still love salmon, and that was like the only thing. But what happened with me was I started like my weight and all that wasn't right no more. I'm already slim, so I started feeling mad fatigue, and I'm getting older, so things have to happen a certain way. So the question I'm asking now is, would someone need to see a dietitian to make sure that their body type and lifestyle can allow them to be a vegan, a full-out vegan, or to find the supplements that they need? Because I felt like by me not eating, I just felt like I didn't have my man strength, and I didn't feel strong. But I was eating healthy, so I'm like, and I was eating protein shakes and all that, but it's just, I don't think I was just doing it enough because my body was probably used to something. So what happens in that process?
I always recommend, before people do a crazy transition, is to go to your primary care doctor, go get your blood work done, check your levels, see what you may be deficient in, and then you focus on that. As far as like, let's say you need iron, so you start looking at foods that contain iron, kale, beans, whatever the case may be, you know. Also, you can look for supplements. Like Pharmacy for Life has the best lines. Like, I'm not getting paid to say this.
So if he got Juice for Life, no, that's fine. Styles P is family. Juice for Life and Farm for Life.
So
you said
Pharmacy for Life. I believe that's the name. Oh my gosh, I'm like 99% sure.
And that shop is more like a place where you can go get different type of.
Yeah, Pharmacy for Life. Yeah, you could get he has like sea moss supplements, black seed oil, oregano oil, capsules and stuff like that.
Yeah, I need all that. So, that's what I'm this August, when I get back from Canada next week, I'm going into just getting the things that I need. I'm about to be 50 next year, so you know, I can't do the things that I used to do, and I want to make sure I can still do what I want to do. Also,
I can connect you to my friend Scott Bernard. Have you heard of Scott Bernard?
No.
He's the official Vegan Dale host. He's mad energy. Dale. Yeah, he's like this ripped vegan guy that I feel like he'll be able to.
A producer's point of view.
So do you have anything coming up, or do you have any contacts if people want to get into, you know, some of your recipes, or want you to come out to be, because I'm pushing for you to work the next presidency event or something. Like we gotta take it up another couple of levels. So we gotta do these interviews and make sure that they know that Chef Deb is out here and she back in action, ready to get to it. So any contact information and anything you want to leave with them?
My Instagram, you could definitely hit me up on Instagram at Chef Deb, that's 2 B's, NYC. My website will be launched by next month, so we'll have that linked on. And I am working on a pop-up, and also this is like still in the newborn phase, and I probably shouldn't be talking about it, but I'm so excited that I'm going to talk
All
about
right,
it.
we talk about it a little bit. You could just say it, and then we'll act like we didn't hear it.
I'm working on this hip hop legend dinner. It's going to be, invite only at the Brooklyn Bank. Have you heard of the Brooklyn Bank? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love the location.
I'll definitely help you put that together. I got a couple of people in my Rolodex here.
I could see it. Like, I could like literally see it. I could smell it. It's going to be so beautiful, like a luxurious experience. Mm-hmm. I want it to be like a celloist playing hip hop when you walk in. Like, it might be playing Styles P or something.
Real big.
I cannot wait. We're going to have live music, hip hop. Right, and then I'm gonna have my friend Uncut. Mm-hmm. He is an artist.
Uncut. That's my guy.
I'm gonna have Uncut doing his live art. Mm-hmm. He's gonna be doing live art on one side, but we have the live music on the other side. And we have like a beautiful table with like flowers, candles, like the works, and like super.
So y'all heard the idea. So you don't steal it. Just get behind her and let's make it happen. Like, let's make it. What is it gonna be called? You have a name?
Hip Hop Legend Dinner.
Hip Hop Legend. All right, perfect.
Mm-hmm. And then it's gonna be like high end vegan cuisine.
And we didn't even get into that, but we're gonna have another interview as well too, because I just wanted to get you up here just to catch up, to make sure that I understand what you got going on now. So by the time you get ready to drop the website and all that next month, then we'll have some more stuff going on. Let the summer go by, let people do what they do, and then we'll get into it. But I appreciate you for coming up to the Producer's Point of View, being my first guest on the new season. Like I said, I don't know if it's season 9 or season 10. I think I'm just gonna call it 10, or it might be 9. The next year will be 10 because I'll be 50 and the 0 carry the 1. Yeah. But thank you for coming, and this is another edition of the Producer's Point of View here, DWI, Chef Deb. See y'all around.
The Producer's Point of View. DWI Music.